Hey, hello everyone, good evening. I hope everyone is safe. First of all, sorry for scheduling this live stream at 9 p.m. because I know it's the bedtime for most of the people. But according to the history of my live streams, like I thought it is the best time because when I schedule it at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., like I received many messages like they weren't unable to catch this because they were outside or they were traveling so and so. So that's the reason why I thought this is the best time because I hope everyone is in home now. So that is the reason why I thought 9 p.m. is the appropriate time. So I think still people are joining. I will wait for few more seconds to start the stream. So yeah, before directly jumping into live stream and Q&A, I just want to talk about the intention of this live stream. So firstly, this is for Q&A mostly. There were many days since I have uh, I mean, schedule this kind of live stream. So I think it was 3 months back when I scheduled my last live stream. So I thought of interacting with you by coming live. So even though I have created many Q&A sessions in Instagram, but I thought of doing a live stream in YouTube. So that's the primary reason. Another thing is giveaway. So you all know, like I have recently published my book, The Door to Financial Freedom, and it's getting good response from many of you. So thanks for that. And I thought of giving it at least to five of my subscribers because I previously have done this kind of giveaway for mostly digital versions like for my courses and other ebooks. This is the first time that I'm giving a physical giveaway. So I will give five of my subscribers my book personally. So and you will receive the physical copies. So I will talk about that in the middle of this live stream. So I will tell you the process of how to participate in that live stream or participate in that giveaway. So during this live stream itself. So just stay tuned for some more time. Like I will announce the giveaway and how you can get a chance to participate in this giveaway and to get that book. So you all know the book, right? So I have also made a video on that. So it contains 40 passive income ideas and also some tips which people in 20s should hear. So hi Sai Krishna, hi Sanjay, hi Pawan Kalyan, hi Abhishek, hi Supriya, hi Nitin, hi Tarun. Eagerly waiting. I've also waited for a long time for this. Abhishek is asking, can you share your success secret? I will tell you when I really become successful because I believe I'm not yet successful. So I need to hold that for at least couple of years. Hello, Dhanusha. I want to share a few things that have been working on from the past couple of months. The first thing you might know, I'm doing content on YouTube and Instagram regularly. So that is for sure. You will receive my notifications if you are a subscriber already. And my future plans were like I want to uh, increase the way I create videos. I want to do more videos. I want to increase the frequency of doing videos. That is the first thing. Excuse me. And the other thing is like I also want to increase my Instagram content too, so that is also something that I'm working on. Apart from that, uh, if you are on Udemy following my courses, like I'm planning to do more courses on Udemy also. You might hear an announcement soon. And when talking about this giveaway, so what you have to do to get my book is once after this live stream ends, you will see the comment section, right? You will see the comment section under this live stream video itself. Excuse me, my throat is not good. So you will see the comment section under this video once after this live stream ends. You need to comment down your email ID without extension. uh, I will display the banner for your convenience. See, if you can see, the first thing is you should be a subscriber so that you can comment, and you have to comment your email ID in the comment section. So you will not see the comment section, you will only see the live chat at this moment. So I'm not talking about live chat, so I'm talking about the comment section. You will see that once after this live stream ends, and you need to comment your email ID without that extension. So once after I receive many email IDs, so next week I will do another live stream. So I will pick 5 lucky winners based on random comment picker. So there are many websites which pick random comments from a particular video. So I will try to pick 5 comments from the comment section in this video, under this video. So it is simply the process, and once after I pick 5 comments, so I will get to know the email IDs, right? Because you are mentioning your email ID, so I will email a Google form to your email ID. You just need to give your address, that's it. So then I will share the book to your address. So it is simply the process. I don't want to complicate it, but it is the thing that you have to do. You have to comment your email ID once after this live stream ends under this video only. So don't comment on anywhere else in my channel or any other social media platforms. You need to comment your email ID under this video only, so that I will pick your comments based on random comment picker. So that is simply the process. I hope you understand. If you want to ask any questions, you can. So yeah, that is simply the process. I hope you understand this. I will also repeat it during the end of this live stream. So before that, I have picked some questions. I have picked some questions from. So I saw people commenting your email IDs on live chat. So make sure you will not comment here. So you need to comment once after this live stream ends. You need to comment in the comment section. So currently you're commenting in the live chat. So that is something that you need to take care of. So I'm not responsible for comments that are in live chat because it will disappear once after the stream gets in. So make sure you comment under the comment section once after this video ends. Okay, I will repeat this after some time. Meanwhile, I have some questions. Firstly, uh, I will answer some questions which I received earlier to this live stream. So the first thing about, can we expect more career roadmaps from your channel? So it is asking by Shiva. So Shiva, I already had many career roadmaps in my YouTube channel. You can check them out. So you will find almost every career roadmap. So I'm also planning to add some more career roadmaps. But yeah, sure. So whatever the career roadmap that you want, you can comment down anywhere in the comment section. I will take care. I will note your comment and I will try to make a video on them. So you will get more. You can expect them for sure. Hi Bhavesh. Okay. Let me get more questions. Praveen is asking abroad study software engineering. So I think there were many in my circle who is already pursuing MS or any other master education already in US and other European countries. So I will try to get few of them to my channel. So I will create an interview. I will do an interview with them so that you will get to know in a more clear way. Because I'm not someone who is pursuing MS or any other higher education in foreign countries. So I don't think I'm the exact or correct person to do though, even though I can share some information by collecting opinions from them, but I don't think it creates authenticity. So that is the reason why I want to bring some people who are already experienced it, so that you will get to know the better version from them. And and you can see there is also a video in my channel. which talks about foreign education and different ways and different countries. So you can also refer it. I hope it would be helpful. And the other question from Srinivas K, passive income ideas for students. So if you ask me passive income ideas, so I already have a playlist in my channel. You can see hundreds of videos there. I already made hundreds of different ideas, and even the book is all about it. So try to participate in this giveaway. I'm sure if you can win it, you will get the book. It will have 40 passive income ideas for Indians, mostly applicable for Indians. So I hope you will get the most out of it. Also, you can refer to many of my videos in the playlist. You can find the passive income playlist. Light, I don't think it is too light or too heavy, so I have set it in such a way that I don't want to appear in a more dim way or either more bright way. So that's the reason why I have set it something like this. I hope I'm audible at least. Mahendra is asking, I'm 15 years old, what is one thing that you should advise me that you missed in your life? Sure. So if I had a chance to suggest something to 15-year-old of me, then it it is possibly hard work never goes in vain. So that is something that I want to convey. And like in childhood, most of us will complain about lack of opportunities. We always talk about I mean, I belong to a middle class family, or I belong to a type 3 college, or I belong to a local school. So we have many reasons to complain about, and mostly we end up complaining and ending up in in the average positions. So that is something which is very bad. So if I had a chance to give some suggestions to my 15-year-old, then I would probably say this. So don't complain about anything, because it is not an issue. So there were many people who traveled with us, who I can say started their journey with the same stage that we have started, and become successful, become CEOs of companies, become successful business people. So there is no way that your financial situation or the school or college that you're studying will stop your growth. There is no such thing. So you just need to utilize whatever the resources that you have to climb levels. That's the only advice that I can give, because if you started complaining about lack of opportunities, you always do the same. So even though you are from an IIT, you complain that I'm not from a foreign university. So there were many ways to complain and to to complain about everything. If we have a chance to complain about everything, we can do. So that is one thing that we need to avoid, because complaining will not help us in any manner. We need to utilize whatever resources we can, and whatever we can do, we need to do that. We need to put our effort first before complaining. So that is something that I can probably say to my younger self. Thanks, Pavani. I already bought the book. It was very useful. Thanks for sharing. Good to hear that. Musical Shades is commenting, hi. Hi. How to invest in InMoney? InMoney is an app where you can invest on US stocks, mostly on stocks like Apple, Amazon, Google. So it's simple. You just need to have your PAN card. That's it. You can directly invest and complete your KYC. That's it. It's not in difficult process. I don't think you need all these things. Nitin is asking, what type of projects mostly on ML or AI would help me experience new concepts or would help me build my resume? So first thing, like if you're concentrating on building your resume with advanced tech, one thing that I can say, so as a fresher, if you're building it for gaining knowledge or cracking product based companies, that is the best thing. I can share with you the different ideas and different concepts. But if you're just looking to add some weightage to your resume, then I advise, instead of concentrating on them, first concentrate on a DSA or learn one programming language perfectly, and that is something that give you a job. But secondary thing, so if you want to add your resume some weight, or if you want to crack some product based companies like FANG companies and so on, so having an experience on having a work experience on advanced tech like ML or AI really benefit you. So start with the basics, I can say. One mistake that most of us do while creating resume or while working on these advanced tech is like we tend to copy the most advanced projects whichever are available in the internet. That is the first thing we do, but we miss out one trick here. We miss out the basics. So if we are good, if we are clear about our basics, then we can perform anything. So collect some data sets. So if you are new to machine learning or artificial intelligence, collect some data sets. It is an essential step and people ignore it most of the times. So collect many data sets. You can find many data sets in the Kaggle. So and start working on basic algorithms, or can say try to solve one problem by using all the algorithms available. So let's suppose you are working on linear regression or logistic regression, SVM, Naive based, whatever it might be. Collect data set and try to work them, try to work them using each and every algorithm. So even if you add that to your resume, people will ask you some questions, and you probably know that because you have worked with each and every algorithm. So there were some beginner friendly projects like housing price prediction, Boston dataset. So you can start with them. Once you are good with any of one or two algorithms, you feel comfortable, then pick some advanced projects. So if it's machine learning, the main purpose of machine learning is using the past history to predict the future. So that is simply right, that is simply the objective of machine learning. So if you're a student, pick some data from your department or branch. So collect attendance data and predict that who will I can say who will mostly miss out the next semester because of low attendance. So that is one simple idea, right? And it is easy to do. These kind of ideas, if you work on these kind of things, not just attendance, I just picked it random. So consider the marks or percentages of all your students from the previous semesters and predict how much they will get. Of course it is something which is not used in real time, but for practice purpose these kind of projects will really help you. And as they were collected in your local college or school itself, so you have the easy access to the data. That is the first thing. Other thing is like if you worked on such real time projects, then the weightage of your resume will go high. So instead of working on already existing projects, try to create some new. For that you need to start from basics, whatever the technology it might be. It might be a machine learning project, it might be a big data project, it might be blockchain project. Start with the basics. If you jump into advanced concepts without performing hands on basics, then you will lose somewhere, you will lose the shape somewhere. So that is something you need to avoid. Siddharth is asking how you manage all thing work, movies, pubs, goas. I only went to Goa once, so not that I visit Goa every month, and I never visited a pub so far. So I think you're wrong, but I do believe that I have a good time management schedule. So it's not that I schedule based on things. So no, most probably I just follow, like there is a concept called deep work. So if you don't know that, so it is something like if you're focusing on something, try to put 100% focus on that. If you're browsing on social media, then it's fine, only do that. If you're working on something, try to put 100% focus on that. Then ultimately it saves time. And other thing that I wanted to share is multitasking. So people believe that multitasking makes people smart. No, multitasking actually makes people dumb. So instead of going with multitasking, I suggest go with parallel tasking. So there is a difference between multitasking and parallel tasking. So if you're doing multiple tasks parallelly, then it's a multiple tasking, it's a multitasking, right? So you're working on your office work, and parallelly you're editing content for your Instagram, and parallelly you're chatting with your friends on WhatsApp. So if you are doing these three tasks simultaneously, then it affects your productivity. So the time that is required to complete all these tasks is only 20 minutes, but you end up spending 1 hour on that. So it is a bad thing. So you people might say multitasking is needed, we need multitaskers are highly valued. No, it is not. There is other thing called parallel tasking. So if you know that a particular work needs only 10 minutes of your time, do that first. So after that you can consider doing other work, so that you parallelly spend some time on this that. So you need to divide in such a way that you need to spend your 10 minutes on this work. Once after you're done with that, go to other thing. once you're done with that, go to other things. So it is the process of parallel tasking that you need to adopt. So there is no point in doing multiple things parallelly, so it don't work most of the times. That is the thing that I'm following. So whenever I'm working for my office work or any other technical works, then I will not touch this content part. I dedicate at least 1 hour or 2 hours every day for my content part. So for creating videos, for editing my content, for ideation. So for all the time, I schedule some time. So there is no specific time, but I schedule some time a day. So I only do that on that particular time. So whenever it is not possible, I will postpone that to next day. But I don't do a kind of multitasking, because it will affect the productivity. So if I am doing my office work and parallelly if I thought of doing some planning for my videos, then it reduces the quality of the output. So I believe in parallel tasking more than multitasking. So it is something I advise people to do that. So I think I also talked about it in my previous videos. So if you want to become more productive, I advise uh, go and buy a book or read a book called Atomic Habits. So it is one of my favorite book. So once you're done with Atomic Habits book, then you will see the difference in you. You will become more productive. So I also made a summary video on Atomic Habits. If you can find that in book club in my YouTube channel. So that is a wonderful book. I highly recommend that book. Of course, Mahendra, that is true. Focus on your goal, not on distraction. That is something every individual should follow. There is no way that you can become successful by concentrating on all the distractions that you have. You might have hundreds of distractions around you, but if your goal is pointed to the right direction, then you need to go in that way, not concentrating on distractions that neither help you in any way. Hi Ramya, how to make money with editings? So I don't know what kind of editings that you're talking about. It might be a photo editing, or it might be video editing, or editing some designs for social media. But either way, like there is a chance to earn. You need to know this concept called freelancing. So that is the only way that you can earn as a student or a full-time job holder, whatever it might be. If you're good in photo editing or video editing or creating content designs for people, you can earn. But yeah, you just need to be freelancer, that's it. And you should be more specific towards what kind of work that you need, what kind of skills that you can do the best. Then ultimately it's not a big deal. So I made some videos on how to go with that. So content design, video editing, all those things. Omsi Krishna is asking how much knowledge to enter into a software. Again, it depends on what kind of company that you want to go. Nowadays it is easy for any area of, I mean, people from any expertise can enter into this IT field, because MNCs are most hiring people. They don't need your branch, they don't need your area of expertise and so on. So they just need masses, they just need people from any of their backgrounds. But if you're really interested in making a career in software industry, that is not an ideal way. You need to learn few things, irrespective of whether a service based company hires you or product based company hires you. You should be knowledgeable. That is the only way that you can have a great career. If you just want to survive in any industry, then it might become difficult to you in the long run. You might survive for 3 years or 5 years, but later, then without a skill, it is impossible to survive throughout your life. So just understand the basics of whatever the field that you're entering. If you want to enter into software development side, make sure you have an idea of what actually the software is, what kind of software development you're interested in. There are many areas in software development. It might be desktop application development, it might be cloud development, it might be mobile apps, web apps, and there are advanced tech like ML, blockchain. So what kind of tech really passionates you? So that is something you should ask yourself. When you're clear about that, then there are high chances that you can have a good career. But make sure you know the basics and you know the high level concept at least. Otherwise, just entering into any industry blindly, will not give you advantageous results. So I strongly suggest that. Shravan is asking what kind of role do fresher get in any company. Again, you can divide that into two areas. So there were two kind of companies. So I already told multiple times in my YouTube channel, service based and product based. So service based are like companies like TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, IBM, Infosys, I mean Accenture. These are all service based companies. And product based companies, like if a company has their own product, they're working on their product, then you can call themselves a product based company. So whatever it might be. So if you're saying YouTube currently, YouTube is a product. Their main intention is to encourage creators and viewers share information, vice versa. It is a product of a Google, right? So Google is a product based company, and Instagram is a product by Meta. So Meta is a product based company, LinkedIn is a product based company, Zoom you use, right? Zoom is a product based company. Any apps in your mobile, they are all products in the sense a digital product or physical product, whatever it might be. If a company is manufacturing those for themselves, then they are product based companies. If you are entering into product based company, then the kind of work that you will be doing, you know that in the job description itself. So if you're applying for that company, you know what role that you will do once after you enter into that company, because they will hire for specific roles mostly. And this is other set service based companies. I said TCS, Infosys, a kind of companies. So they need people because they work on client projects. So they don't maintain their projects most of the time. So they will work for other projects. Like if there is other company, they need some work with software development. So they will outsource to companies like, I mean, they will get outsourcing work from TCS or Infosys, those kind of companies. They will just work for third party companies. These are all service based companies. They offer services here. So for those companies, they need more people so that they can show to their clients that we have certain number of people, we have certain size, so that they will get projects. And in service based companies, it depends. It completely depends on the project requirement. It depends on your luck. There is, I mean, no one can say that if you enter into service based company you will get this project. No, there is no such thing. It depends on the project requirement and your luck mostly. And getting another questions. What is your opinion on gate exam? So as you all know, gate is if you want to enter into IITs or NITs or central universities to pursue your higher education after your bachelor's. Then there are two views on writing, whether to write gate exam or not. The first thing, if you're serious about research and if you're serious about your core subjects or core knowledge, then going for gate is something which is uh, beneficial for you. And make sure, if you're really not interested in studying more, then there is no purpose in writing gate and going into IITs or NITs. If you're serious about academics, if you're serious about getting a high job, and if you're good in academics, then you can crack the gate exam easily. And gate is only for that. So in my opinion, previously many people do it for a research purpose, a PhD purpose. They need a PG degree, and getting PG degree from these top universities like IITs and NITs will really add value. But nowadays things were changed. Like we are still following the old syllabus. Even if you I mean, look into the syllabus of IITs and NITs, of course they were a bit advanced than the type 3 and type 2 colleges, but still they lack in the real time execution. So if unless and until you work on real time projects and real time areas, there is no way that you will get exposure. But one thing that you will get is like you will get good placements there, it is for sure. Because most of the brands, most of the startups these days, they prefer IIT and NIT students. So that is one thing. If you missed cracking a good placement in your engineering, and you, it is okay for you to spend 2 more years into education, then going with gate is a good thing. So it is what my opinion is. It might changes for individual level, but yeah, it is my opinion on gate. And other question that I got from Preetham, why you started creating content? So it's it's a different question actually, because there is no specific answer from my side. But I started creating content on YouTube during my engineering days. So the main reason I started YouTube channel is because to share whatever the things that I have learned with my fellow mates, or with my people of same background, like students mostly. So I thought of sharing whatever the things that I have faced. So if I learned a particular technology, I thought of sharing that with someone else, how to learn the technology, what are the things that I have learned. So it is the primary intention, because I felt there is something which is lacking with most of the students, that is awareness. Even though colleges are providing you placements, even though colleges are providing you many programs, but still how to get into something is not everyone's cup of tea. So that is what I felt. So why I can't do that? So that is the reason why I thought of creating YouTube channel, sharing whatever that I have learned to my peers. Mostly, if you can see my earlier videos, mostly every video is my learning experience or the projects that I have worked on, so that students or my fellow friends or classmates will get an idea of how to learn a particular tech. So that is something that initiated me to start a YouTube channel. Later in my final year, I cracked many placements during my college. So I thought of sharing my, I can say, placement preparation kind of thing. So how I became campus placement fit. So I never attended any trainings or kind of things for this, but still I managed to crack many companies, because that journey that I wanted to share, that is where I started doing many videos during my final year. Because that is something that I'm limited to at that time, because I cannot share information about finance or income during my engineering, because I don't have any real time exposure. So yeah, although I did some internships and freelancing works, but I am not in that position to share. But later when I am into working and I worked for more than 3 years, then I felt I have experience in many things. So I thought of sharing more and more information that I have experienced, things that I have failed, and advised people not to do them. And it might be investing, it might be learning tech, it might be working at an IT company, it might be personal finance tips which many people lack during their initial days, what to do with your money or how to earn money. These are all the majority of the challenges that people face, right? As a student, your main purpose is to get a job or to get some exposure. Once after you are out of that zone, your main purpose is how to earn money, how to earn more money, how to earn more and more money, because that is something that you're working for. Without money there is nothing, right? So I thought of sharing my experiences, and with that experience they come up with some rules and regulations and some tips that helps you to do that. So that is my main intention. And even as a student, I know how difficult it is to get some freelancing work, to earn some passive income. So I thought of sharing all the mistakes that I have done and tips that you can follow to become that. So that is my main intention. And Rupa is asking how to become financially independent while studying. You, I say you can do that, but only one person can become that. So financial independence is not a joke, not an easy thing to do. So and again it differs from individual to individual. So if I can say, like, earning 10 crores is enough for me, so that I can live my life without worrying about anything. So if that is my definition of financial independence, it might differ for you, right? So you are living in US. So having same money will not be sufficient for you. So even though you have 20 crores of Indian rupees with you, it might not be again sufficient for you. If you're living in a rural place in our country, then having a crore will be sufficient for you to live your entire life. So it differs from individual to individual. So mainly financial independence is all about you are free from responsibilities, work responsibilities. You are not bounded with any other responsibility related to finance. Then you can call yourself financially independent. So if you have some money, let's say you have 10 crores in your bank balance, then working, whether to work or not, is completely optional for you. right? You can work on your passion, you can work on your interest, but there is no rule that you need to go to work every day to earn money for bread and butter. No, there is no such thing for you. So it is what in general financial independence. As a student, like, question yourself, like, is it really possible for you to become financial independent? Because, all right, even though you freelance, even though you earn money, but you will, there is no way that you'll earn money that will be helpful for you to lead your entire life happily. That is not possible. So as a student, becoming financial independence is a lazy thing or lazy aspiration, I can say. You need to work for at least 10 years so that you will get to know the life, you will get to know the real life apart from the student life. So I don't think financial independence is for students, but you need to start that preparation from your student life itself. That is something that I can say. Even for people in 20s, it is not possible. Even though you're 27 or 28, you need to work hard still, I mean, for some more years to become financially independent. You cannot enjoy your 20s and become financially independent at 30s. No, it is not possible. You need to work hard in your 20s, but you need to follow a plan. You need to follow what kind of life that you need after your, I mean, once after you reach 30s. And that is where financial independence is all about. It is not that you can become financially independent after earning some money. You need to generate some income streams which will earn for you even you're sleeping. So that is the beauty of financial independence. Tell me the step by step process of learning coding. I made some videos on my channel, because if I can, I mean, explain that in this live stream, then it takes 20 to 30 minutes. So I already made a video how to learn coding, and I will also made some more videos on that. You can definitely hear from me. I will make note of this. How to earn money in intraday trading without losses. Without experiencing losses, no one can perform well in anything. So it will be applicable to intraday trading. So, like, again, intraday trading itself is a riskier one. You cannot expect profits every day, because you cannot time the market. You never know the market situation. So if suddenly a news comes, you cannot predict that news. Even big billionaires like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala cannot time the market. It is impossible. So there is no way that you can avoid losses. I suggest, like, if you have enough money, if you have invested enough money, then only go with intraday trading. So if you're beginner, strictly avoid intraday trading in the first place itself, because if you don't have any security and if you put everything on intraday trading, suddenly you might get into zero. There were cases too. So don't go into that situation. Especially if you're a beginner, avoid intraday trading. So even though you will get lots of tutorials in YouTube on how to do intraday trading, how to time the market, which are impossible things, I can say. So still, if you want to practice intraday trading with a lesser amount, then you can do that. But only after facing losses only you can experience the better version of it, and you can learn from those experiences of losses that you have faced. Then only you can gain some profits in the long run. There is no way that you can always generate profits. It is not applicable to any investor or any trader. An advice for final year students. Mm, I have many advices to talk to final year students. If you are a final year student, then I'm always open to receive questions from you, whether in my LinkedIn or any other social media platform. But a few things that I can say: don't follow the head mentality. Just because I mean your friends are going into I mean placements and MNCs, it doesn't mean you have to follow the same way. First of all, ask yourself this question: why you need a job? If you just need a job for money, then there are many ways to do that. And the second thing, what you're actually good at. If you don't know what you're actually good at, then following the head is okay. But if you know what you're good at, then analyze, like, will it help you to earn a job, get a job? If not, ask yourself other question: what is your area of interest? So if you're interested in something, and if you're not good in that, it is also possible again. So if you're interested in, I can say, learning about latest technologies, but you're not good at any tech, then there is no way that you will get a high paying job in this interested thing. Then you need to have two different things. First thing is your passion, and second thing is thing that you're good at. You might be good at writing, but you never notice it that. But that is something that you need to recognize what you are actually good at. If you tried for jobs related to what you are good at, then you will get a high paying job. So this is something that every final year student should remember, because it is the last chance for you to explore whatever you want. Once after your college life ends, you will be bounded with many questions and responsibilities. See, why you are still jobless, why you are still unemployed, that is a horrible thing. So you already spent 3 years. I believe you might have already know like what you are actually good at. If not, ask yourself at least what you passionate about. If you don't know both, then following head mentality is a good thing, because there is no option for you. And how to earn money via blogging. uh, Blogging is a hot career, I can say, but you need to be specific. So you need to know what niche that you're good at. Again, if you're not a good writer, then ultimately try different ways. Like if you're bad at writing, try to hire a writer to write a blog post for you. Or if you're good at writing, then you can write your experiences, or you can talk about a specific niche that you're good at. But may don't jump into what others are writing, because it will not help you in any way. Blocking is not like a 2 day or 3 day process. You need to write that continuously. In order to do that, you need to know what you're good at. If you know what you're good at, write down what are all the things step by step that you can provide information, and write it. That's it. And once your blog is doing good, once your blog is getting more number of visitors, then you can have the chance to hire some others and make them write on the topic that you are willing to do. It saves your time, and it will also give you money. But don't directly jump into I mean say becoming a full-time blogger. It is not possible. Start it as a side hustle. When it is giving you more money than what your primary source of income is paying, then you can jump into full-time career. Not only for blogging, it is applicable to every area. It might be YouTube, it might be any other thing, freelancing, whatever. You need to start everything as a side hustle. Once that side hustle is clicking well, then you can choose to become a full-time one. How to become mentally strong and stable. So it is something that even CEOs of companies, I mean, they even don't have the perfect answer for that, but it completely depends on you. So there is an age group between 16 and 21 where we are highly emotionally not stable, unstable. So we always go with the emotions. So if someone gets a job, we feel like we need to get into it. If someone accomplishes something, we feel like we need to get into it. If someone hurted you, you thought of how to give it back. So these are all the emotional instabilities that we face during that age group. So but once you are out of that 16 to 21 age group, then you will realize the importance of, I mean say, ignoring the nuisance and becoming mentally strong. You will be bounded with some responsibilities. Those responsibilities will offer you some mental peace. At least, of course, responsibilities comes up with I can say many thoughts, but still you have some opportunity here to ignore what outside world is thinking of you, because you have a family to feed, you have a career to grow. So then you stop thinking about other external stuff or shit. Then ultimately you can become mentally stable. But how to become happily, or how to become mentally happier, it is something that depends on individual level. Even though you're not thinking about any external shit, still it depends on you. So if you're not comfortable with whatever you're doing, then you cannot become mentally happier. So that is something that depends on individual level. Even if you're in 50s and you're still working and you still have a family to feed, then there is no way that you can uh, completely become mentally happier. So it depends, but you can become mentally stable once you're out of that nonsense thinking zone, I can say. and MNC, so product based, which is good for a fresher. So this is like a two-way question. So product based companies can also become MNCs. So if you can say Google or Microsoft, they are product based companies, but still they are MNCs. I believe you're asking about service based MNCs versus product based MNCs. Which is good for fresher is something depends on individual level. If you're skilled enough, if you're skilled in at least one area, in whatever the branch that you're studying or any other branch that you know, if you're good at something, then you can ultimately choose product based companies. That should be your highest priority. Then service based companies should come as second priority to you, because I already told service based companies, you don't know what work that you will do once after you entered into them. You don't know what domain or what area that you will be working on. So there is no clarity on that. If you're good at communication skills, but if you don't know any technical skills, you're not an expert in any technical skills, then service based companies are fine. But growth point of view, product based companies are always higher than service based companies, because here in product based companies you will be working on a specific skill that matters a lot. And in service based companies, it is completely different. You don't know what skill that you will be working on. But yeah, there are still chances that you can still become successful and you can still get a high paying job after some work experience in service based companies. If you get a project, if you get a good project on good area, then you can still become successful. But yeah, as a fresher, your mindset should always be like targeting product based companies. And in the second level, in the last case, like if you fail to do that, then choose service based companies. But if your main target is service based companies, then you can only stay up to them. So that is the thing that you need to observe. Tell me in Telugu. So one reason why I never make video in this channel on Telugu is because there were people from many other states and countries too in my channel. So I know that that is the reason why I don't want people to become uncomfortable while I talk in Telugu. Of course you can still understand English, right? So that is something that I have already started a Telugu channel, so you can look into them. So I also posted many videos in that channel. So there I'm making videos on Telugu, and I will try to do a live stream on Telugu also. Also you can follow me on Instagram, so I will try to come on live there, and we'll do a Telugu live stream in Instagram. But yeah, in this channel I thought of dedicating it to global audience. So it might be like people from other states might also need some information. So this is something, I mean, even though I got many requests to do videos on Telugu, that is the only thing that is stopping me. But yeah, we'll plan something on Telugu too. And Danush is asking how engineering students should prepare a day for preparing or plan a day for preparing coding, preparing for SEM exams during college days and holidays. So you're just asking about how to manage your time as a college student, how to dedicate time portions to prepare coding and academics. So I believe in my case, like academics is something which you should give last priority, because academics, I cannot completely say ignore your academics completely, but if you are good in the advanced concepts in your area of expertise, then you can still manage academics. I mean, there is no problem with that. Even you can crack exams by studying overnight, so that is still possible. But give college time to academics, that will be enough. So if you are attending classes in your college, then ultimately you should utilize that time to cover that academics there itself. So don't try to spend more time for academics even in your home. So when you are out of your college hours, then try to spend time on whatever you want to achieve. If you want to enter into product company, if you want to enter into high paying job, then you should know what skill that you work on. It might be coding, it might be learning DSA. Spends time out of the college for that. Don't try to mix both at a time, because it will not help you. Academics, like, even though they were coding subjects in academics, but it will not help you in any way. So try to dedicate some time out of the college time for coding and all, and also try to participate in extracurricular events might be presentations, coding events, coding competitions outside of your colleges. That you should be always hustling when you are in college. It's not like you just sit, you just study, you just sleep. That is not how you should be, because those 3 or 4 years of college time is very important thing that I believe. Tell me about your earnings from YouTube channel. So I already made one video for last year. This video I haven't still I mean dig into that to do that. But yeah, in 1 or 2 months, like, I will make a separate video on my earnings. So I like to be transparent to my subscribers. I will definitely do that. But in this live stream I cannot do that, because even I don't have the numbers in my mind. Confused is asking about companies kicking out people with different reasons, and is recession really going to start? So do you think we are not in recession now? We are already in a recession now. That is the main reason why companies are kicking off people. Companies were laying off people. So we're already in a recession phase. There were many factors for it. The first thing initiated was, it started from the COVID thing. We we enjoyed those 2 years. I mean, in the IT point of view, we enjoyed those 2 years working from home. So companies were also comfortable with that. But the real problem comes now when the economy become more worst, like Russia Ukraine war is one factor, and US inflation is one factor, because US is like a global, it's a global economy. If US economy gets impacted, then ultimately all over the world needs to suffer. And it all started from there. Then ultimately customers or people show interest in using some products. I mean, the purchasing power of people goes down. So before, if we used to spend 1,000 rupees on an item, on few items, now because it is in a recession phase, we tend to spend only 700 to 800. Then what about the rest 200 that we spent earlier? So we might bought some products in the past, but those companies who manufacture those products, they need to shut down now. So then they need to fire their employees. It all started from there. It all start from consumer spending, the way we spend on things. Earlier we used to spend on multiple things, I mean, pre-COVID time. But once after this COVID started, we all permitted to homes mostly, right? So our spending habits were reduced a lot. Then what happened is, like, many companies, they don't have any businesses, they don't have any profits. So they need to close down their companies so that they can be out of losses. So but how can a company completely shut down without laying off their employees? They need to lay off their, so that is what happening currently. So it all started from that phase. When our spending habits get reduced, then companies have no other option other than laying off people. So that is the reason why you need to choose a company wisely. So if the company that you have chosen to work is not in a position to suffer these kind of layoffs and these kind of global pandemics, then ultimately, even though they were offering you good package, but there is no security in that job. So it all, yeah, it all depends on the company that you choose again. So if you see the example of edtech companies, do you think we need edtech companies nowadays? Because we are getting everything on YouTube, we are getting everything for free most of the times. And that is the reason why slowly people started showing less interest on tech companies. Earlier people used to buy courses by spending thousands and lakhs. But nowadays, with the awareness that people are getting based on content creators, or it might be from Google, whatever it might be. So people are getting enough awareness on how to learn something, how to prepare for something. Then ultimately the businesses, I mean, the business of tech companies were going down from the past 2 years. And that is one reason why many edtech companies were laying off their employees. So similarly, you need to analyze every business based on our spending habits. So I hope. Okay, then, like, we already spent approximately an hour. So we will meet again. I will announce the giveaway winners on next week. So maybe next Saturday. So we will discuss more questions in that live stream. So meanwhile, just refer the process of the giveaway participation. So once after this live stream ends, you need to comment your email ID without extension. Let's suppose if my email ID is abc123@gmail.com. So my comment should be abc123. That's it. Next week in the live stream, I will pick the winner. So it's not like I will pick separately, and I will just announce in the live stream. I will pick the winners too in the live stream, so that it will be transparent. The entire process will be transparent. So let's meet next Saturday at the same time, and I will answer more of your questions. And meanwhile, comment down your email IDs in the comment section once after this live stream ends. You will see the comment section immediately after this live stream ends. So don't comment in live chat, because live chat will disappear once after this live stream ends. So make sure you comment on comment section. And Nitin, digital marketing, I made a complete playlist on digital marketing. So if not, like, just message me on LinkedIn or any other platform, I will share with you. And in the next week, I will definitely pick this question and I will answer. So thank you, everyone. We will see in the next week. And the questions that I have missed in this live stream, I will definitely answer in the next week as a first priority. Thank you so much.